Hi, welcome to day 29 of the INTENSIFY podcast series. And today I want to discuss what will you give up to go up? And by this, I want us to delve deeply into the profound power of sacrifice. Now, this is not just about what you lose or give up, but rather what you are willing to invest in a purpose that stretches far beyond ourselves. You know, in the 6 of this podcast series, I talked about sanitizing your intentions. And I said that when your why is deep enough, it positions you in a trajectory of sustained success that transcends generation. And I'm sure that you've been able to unlock that deep why of why you are pushing for success. You want to be the best version of yourself and to fulfill purpose because you understand that your purpose is far bigger than you. And the truth is that the world is waiting for your outstanding expression of excellence. The world is waiting for that unique solution that you are created to bring forth. And if you do not arise and step up to that, your success game, others will likely suffer from this. Now, always remember that every level of success, whether it's from personal fulfillment to personal achievement, has a price tag. And that price many times will require sacrifice. You know, I begin to see that right now the word sacrifice is becoming archaic to many people. I recall I was traveling to South Africa some time ago, and I was flying by business class. And in business class, you are going to be, when you're about to embark on the journey, they will either give you wine or fruit juice to take just before you even take off. And when they came to this particular lady that was sitting by my side, they asked her what she wanted, and she opted for wine. And she was carrying her baby on her laps. And as soon as the air hostess moved away from her, she started giving the baby the wine, the glass of wine to drink. So I looked at her, I said, "What's going on? Why are you doing this?" She laughed. She said, "This guy, if I don't give him this wine and get him drunk, he will disturb me all through this flight." Wow. I was so surprised. She wanted sleep for just one night, but she will likely get many sleepless nights tomorrow if that son lives to be a drunkard. Now, when I experienced that, I was forced to have a flashback of what my mom once told me as a young boy. You know, there was a period of our lives where things were quite tough for us, and my mom had to do many businesses and part-time jobs all at the same time, just so that she could care for us. And I recall she once said to me that I am ready to take Gary every day as my only food, as long as my children succeed and fulfill their potentials. Now, Gary is a Nigerian staple food and used to be the food for the poorest of the poor back then. Now, today, look at me and our 5 children, and you can see the effects of our sacrifices. He was willing to give up our comfort so that our children would thrive. Now, this kind of sacrifice isn't easy, but it is powerful. It shows us that success is not just about talent and resources, but about the depth of one's willingness to give up something, whether it's comfort or whatever, in exchange of something that is more meaningful. Now, what are you willing to give up, to rearrange, or to endure for your vision to come to life? You know, in today's world where instant gratification is often prioritized, you hear things like instant coffee, instant noodles, quick fixes. The idea of sacrifice is becoming scarce and undervalued, though it remains very indispensable. Sacrifice asks us to redefine our priorities, to focus on the long-term gains rather than the immediate comfort that we're going to enjoy. And the success that you desire does not come without a price. It is not a fixed destination. It is rather a journey that demands our time, our focus, and our resilience. You know, many times we admire the achievements of so many people who would consider to be very successful, but we don't fully grasp the sacrifices that they must have made along the way. The truth is that every success story, whether it's from an entrepreneur, to an artist, to a scientist, to an athlete, to ministry giants, they are all underpinned by an invisible yet very powerful foundation of sacrifices. I know many of us know what I'm talking about. If you have gone through school, for instance, you recall that during exam period, we pushing and put forth extra efforts. Sometimes we give up sleep and social activities during that exam period so that we can get better grades. Now, that kind of extra sacrifice or extra thing that we give up, similar to what life demands from time to time. You know, the all-time football star Pele once said, "A success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, and sacrifice. And most of all, love what you are doing or you are learning to do." Success requires that relentless commitment where you make sacrifice your constant companion. Are you willing to forgo certain comforts? Are you willing to invest more time than you might have thought was necessary? True success calls for that unbreakable determination to achieve a goal that is worth more than the ounce of effort. You need to sweat it out. You need to pay that price. You must ask yourself that very, very hard question. What am I willing to give up? What am I willing to give up? This question usually challenges us to examine our priorities and confront our desires. For some, it may be that you need to give up sleep to squeeze some extra time for study or for work. For some others, you need to forgo some of your social activities and sacrifice comfort of a stable paycheck to invest in a new venture or a creative project. Each decision to sacrifice something always reinforces a deeper commitment to our goals. Do you know that even God had to sacrifice Jesus for him to have many children? And that has laid the foundation for us that in this kingdom, it is impossible to live purposefully without sacrifices. The good thing that just like God, you only invest or sacrificed for a period of time, but the rewards will likely stay with you for several decades. So how far are you willing to go for your dreams of success? What weight are you willing to shed to attain the best version of you? What character flaws are you ready to put away just so you can press to the next level? What are you laying down to advance the cause of humanity? Once you get to this level where you are ready to pay the price with the right intentions, success is almost certainly magnetized to you. Now, just as the devil's last joker card many times is discouragement, sacrifice many times is our last joker card that lands us the success that we deserve and we desire. In closing, I will say that sacrifice isn't merely about what we lose. It's about the powerful transformation that comes from willingly choosing to invest in something that is greater. As you reflect on what I have said, think about the areas of your life where sacrifice could bring you closer to your goals. What unnecessary comforts or distraction can you let go to make more space for growth? Don't forget that words are cheap, talk is cheap, but sacrifice is expensive. It means that you are willing to make all that required effort, whether it is convenient or not, towards the success that you desire or you deserve. Sometimes the journey is painful, sometimes you need to be hard on yourself, but the journey of success is uphill. And remember, there is space at the top. And each sacrifice that you make today is an investment in the future that awaits you. So keep pushing forward and embrace the journey. The world is waiting for the unique contributions that only you can make. And I believe that you will give it what it takes. You will give up to go on. All right, if this has blessed you, don't forget to share with your friends and family. And I look forward to tomorrow, which is the grand finale of this 30 days Intensify podcast series. See you tomorrow.